Thanks. So terrible to hear.
Unbelievable.
Absolutely. Tedd Florendo joining us now. Wow.
Yeah, 3 feet of snow they got there. 3 feet was an epic storm. That's something we don't have to deal with here, though.
Absolutely.
Can't complain about us here. Hey, welcome aboard. Tell News Now.
Tedd.
You're just glad to see some beauty on the show now with rather than just
I thought
me.
you were the beauty.
No, you're the beauty.
I'll
That's
be the
for sure.
brains.
Okay, I'll take that. Hey, good evening, everyone. Great weather today. Let's take a look outside and welcome in Cristina. And there's a view from our camera at Boulder Station. See it moving? Well, the winds, you saw it. They were blowing a little today, and they continue to blow in some locales. We'll get to that in a second. Love on that shot, but we can't. Let's get right out to your numbers outside. Some of those neighborhoods to the north in the teens at this hour, and some of you also to the southeast, but most of the neighborhoods right around single digits, so not too bad as far as the winds go right now. They will be an issue, though, I will tell you, on Monday, especially down the Colorado River. Right now, current temperatures in the low 50s to upper 40s for the northwest part of the valley, 50s for the east part of the valley there, and then we head down to Henderson, 51 at Green Valley Parkway and 215, College 95 at 50 even. Same goes for Durango and Blue Diamond. Those of you outside the valley, cold up there in Lincoln County at 28 for Pioche, Caliente at 38 degrees, and 46 for you in Amargosa Valley. Boulder City, good evening to you, 51 for you, Blue Diamond at 45. Those are your current temperatures. Here are the highs for the day today. Now remember, on Wednesday, the numbers were at 70 degrees. Today, only in the 50s. This is it. Mid-50s for the east part of the valley. 54 for Camino El Dorado. Seven Hills at 56. Prim at 53. Prump came in at 52 degrees over the hump. Boulder City at 54 and 59 in Bullhead City and also Laughlin. This is what we hit officially for the day today. 54 degrees. Our normal is 61 for this time of the year, but 77 was a record set back in 1951. Not bad at all, of 77 degrees in February. Cold sectors in the northern tier states again in Fargo and the Twin Cities, but even colder in the Big Apple in Boston at 27 to 20 degrees. 54 in the Big D and the Big Easy coming in at 63 degrees. We want to focus on that big winter storm now. I'm going to give you an hour-by-hour look for the past few days here. There's a look at the storm. It was mainly heavy rain in the D.C. Delmarva region. The colder air funneled in, and that produced all this into heavy snow at times, all the way from the Cape, all the way to Connecticut, and all the way up towards Maine, where we picked up, like we said earlier, about 3 feet of snow throughout many of those neighborhoods back there. Speaking of snow, we've got little bits of it in the Four Corners region. That's where the area of low pressure is. As we head closer to our area, we did get some echoes on the radar, but none of this was touching the ground, and now the skies are starting to clear on out. 36 degrees tonight, partly cloudy skies. A little breezy at times tonight. 51 for tomorrow. Look for fewer clouds, mainly light winds. And then we're going to start to see some clouds developing by tomorrow night, giving us a slight chance of an evening shower. Numbers stay chilly at times, though, for the early part of the week. I told you about the breezes on Monday and Tuesday. Later on in the week, more winds, but Valentine's Day looks so sweet in the 60s with sunny skies expected on Saturday and looking good for Valentine's Day. Scott Bemis, she now has to put up with you and I for the next couple of years.
I don't envy her at all.
I think I can handle it.
I think we can handle you. Welcome aboard.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
And I came, actually, my last place of residence was Albuquerque, New Mexico, so I'm not complaining about the temperatures at all.
Not
and
at all.
I know Mr. Bemis here has some New Mexico news.
That's right. Let's talk about the Lobos, right? No, we're talking about the Rebels tonight. That's right. They're going to beat those Lobos over at the MAC. Coming up, what the New Mexico coach Steve Alford has to say about his guys. What's key for them tonight? And a crazy finish. How a half-court heave led to a big upset in the top 5. Plus, what was a bird doing over near the bench at a hockey game? Sports is next.
From 8 News Now, this is Sports with Scott Bemis.
Hey there, everybody. Well, they're getting ready to tip things off at the top of the hour over at the Thomas & Mack as the Runnin' Rebels host conference-leading New Mexico. Obviously, a huge game for the reeling Rebs, who suddenly need a win to stay off of the NCAA tournament bubble. Now, the Lobos have lost 6 of the last 7 regular season meetings at the Thomas & Mack, but they did clip the Rebs in the semis of last year's Mountain West tournament. And when it comes to beating UNLV on its home floor, a sarcastic Steve Alford starts with a simple message.
We don't want to get burned by those fireworks. That's the first thing in introductions, because those fireworks are awful close to you. But, you know, there's a lot of pressure. There's pressure on us. There's pressure on UNLV. And so the start of the game is always big. I think the first 10 minutes of the game is always big on the road. And we've got to make sure 10 minutes in we're there.
We've been a good road team. You know, that's why you get a record like this. You're good at home. You're good on the road. But we got to bring that mentality in there and not necessarily be scrappy or dirty or nothing like that. Just do what we do and stay together.
Rebels holding is about a 5-point favorite. We'll have some early highlights for you at 6:30. Meantime, wild finish in the Big Ten. With under 5 seconds left, Tim Hardaway Jr. gives third-ranked Michigan a 3-point lead. But moments later, it's Ben Brust of Wisconsin. And his prayer is answered. We go to overtime where Trey Burke can't hit the tray. It rims out. They rush the floor in Madison. Badgers pull the upset, 65-62. We're at the USA Sevens rugby tournament today. The U.S. team facing a tall order. After a couple losses in pool play yesterday, the Americans needing an impressive win over at Sam Boyd over Spain to get into the 8-team championship bracket. They were up 10-7 late in the second half when Nick Edwards delivers a nice toss to Shamola Suniola. They get the try. I'm learning those rugby terms. Still, though, they needed another try and a 2-point kick to advance. Here comes the try with no time on the clock. They get the kick moments later. They beat Spain 22-7. They get in to the championship bracket. Let's go golfing. Beautiful day at Pebble Beach. This is Phil Mickelson exploring. Oh, Phil! Look out, Phil. That's going to leave a mark. Brandt Snedeker again playing well. Look at the approach shot here. Would lead to a birdie. He's tied for the lead with James Hahn at 12 under. Of course, this event also famous for the celebrities. 49er coach Jim Harbaugh with the net eagle on 14. That'll make him feel better about the Super Bowl. Maybe not, actually. He's gonna be feeling that one for a while. And he's not gonna hire Bill Murray as his kicker after that effort. Final round tomorrow right here on Channel 8. Finally, there was an interesting scene at a minor league hockey game last night that had me asking, did you see that? Wranglers were visiting the Bakersfield Condors, who bring out a real live condor and the handler for the condor during the national anthem, except this time the condor gets away. The handler picks him up and goes down like Phil. And now we got a condor on the loose as the Bakersfield bench is in its crosshairs. Eventually, I think they would finally corral him, or actually went into the locker room, I think. In case you care, the Wranglers won the game 4-1, guys.
2 slip and fall clips.
Yeah, no, Phil Mickelson, that's going to leave a bruise.
Absolutely.
We're not going to have condors in the studio at all either.
No.
That's it for us. Join us again at 6:30. Bye-bye.